That's not what I want. This is what I want. Going live. Do you have to eat so loudly?
Mate, railgun.
Sweet.
Shooting steel rods. It's alright. It's pretty crappy, really, when you think about it.
Got all the greenhouse stuff set up. Looks like
I saw that.
potatoes are going off. Yeah, it's definitely chockers down here.
Yeah, all the reservoirs are full.
So, if you guys haven't seen, which you wouldn't have done because I only just started live streaming again with this setup, I've done a bit of work. The problem with streaming is you've got to prepare yourself, set everything up, and I've got 3 monitors that I'm spreading stuff across. Yeah, it's all fun. Fun. 2048. This is full. This is sitting 2.9 million, that's on. Yep. Yeah, so I've got the switch set up for the generators, and I got rid of all the HV capacitors that you had set up because they just weren't filling up anymore. Because when the main battery got full, it sort of just stopped the whole thing from running. So, yeah.
Okay.
So put them in the system if you need to use them again. What are you doing, puppy?
I suppose at the end, if something that draws a shitload of power, you can just put it before it anyway.
This battery's finally run out. God, that's loud. Nice one. Well, that doesn't work at all. That's not even running, that generator. Why isn't that running? On. output on.
Lapis sword.
One of these generators isn't running. It's not because of the redstone. It's because the generator itself isn't running.
Yumi's not running.
The one that runs off the plant oil isn't running.
Must be full then. Must have everything full if it's not running.
Nah, the other one was running. Oh god, which part of this thing do you hit with the hammer to form the machine?
It tells you in the book, but it's generally in the middle of the front.
Which is probably covered up with stone brick.
Might direct something.
Thought it might have got stuck with a bit of odd oil in there or something like that. I don't know. But the fact is that it wasn't running.
There you go. I got that one too.
Yeah, see, it's just not running, no matter what, if I have inverted or not inverted, so it mustn't be pouring the plant oil into it.
No, well, it's got power. It's got like 4.1 KIF in the HV connectors there.
Doesn't matter. Oh, I guess it does matter. Where is the transferring? Why isn't it? No, it'll run irrespective if the power's full or not. It doesn't care. It'll just run. It'll burn. That's why I put the logic check on that battery down there to make sure they turned off when the batteries are full.
So that just runs straight into this power cell, does it?
Yep, same as the other one does.
Because this power cell's fluctuating with power. Might just be glitched out, man.
Oh no, that's because one machine can't. They've got a maximum input output of 5,000 RF per tick. That machine, that diesel gen, produces 5,000, doesn't it?
Hang on.
4,096.
Yeah. I've got heaps of these fire charges too.
So it needs to be not inverted.
You see if I made a Tesla coil?
Why won't this run? Oh, okay, let's see what.
Yeah, man, this thing's not accepting any oil.
So you reckon it's full? It's just not
Yeah,
running
it's full.
power-wise. Well, that doesn't make sense because all these batteries are linked, right? So for some reason it's not transferring power from the generator. Maybe it does have to have, it must have to have a capacitor in between as a buffer.
Oh man, I fucking hate this.
You're an idiot.
Well, you can't put a bucket back into it.
You're not going to be able to put a bucket back into it because it would have filled up straight up instantly from the refinery down here, which is full of biodiesel. So that would have immediately sent up a bucket's worth because you took a bucket out. Bam, thanks for the follow, mate. Jesus.
Thought I just killed that other generator. I know I wiped out half of the farm.
Oh, well, the farm will grow back. What did you do to the generator? Where's my...
I don't know, stop work.
Can you pick that fucking oil up? Because now my destination is obstructed because there's oil all over the floor. Pick it up with a bucket.
Can't, my bucket's full.
Jesus. I'll get another one.
I found out where the other source was coming from. Yeah, it's all good now.
Bloody hell.
But yeah, the generator stopped. Maybe the lever fell off.
No, that's because it got up to the point where it needs to get up to fill up. Don't touch anything. It'll turn back on in a minute because the battery's draining.
Oh, this is your redstone ticker thing.
Yeah, when it gets to 90% full, when the generators are on, it'll turn off, and then it'll drain down to 10%. When it gets down to 10%, it'll turn the jennies back on again, and then run up to 90%. So it just keeps doing that in a big cycle. Saves the oil. There you go. It's back on again. Noisy bloody thing. I tried to make a sound dampener. It doesn't work. What was I doing? Sound muffler upgrade for mechanism. Sound muffler EU2 doesn't work. What was I doing? Putting some of this stuff away. I'm not keeping it.
Obviously, there's that many seeds in this thing. 31,000.
We're not. Okay. You've got to be really careful. I've been really careful when I've been designing this network to make sure that anything that I know we're going to get a shitload of goes into the storage drawers and it's voided. Because otherwise what happens is it gets full here and then it starts to fill up the AE system. And then, of course, it fills up all your drives with just crap that you don't really need.
Yeah, well, your hemp seed, industrial hemp seeds, there's like 31,000 in there.
Yeah, I know that's because I've got a couple of gold upgrades in that particular thing. So, yeah, it's a couple of extra stacks. Just a few. Yeah, those fire charges I think are pretty useless.
Yeah, apart from showing off.
Oh, they can make some Britannia things, some lenses. Not that I've ever used the flash lens before. Charred nether brick. Kindle lens. Set stuff on fire.
Not that I need to put a hoe in this thing anyway, but...
Capacitor. Put a HV. These are empty. Let's go and reattach this because I think that's what the problem is. It's not, can't drain directly into a capacitor. Other than
so does that mean that both those jetties are running into the same system, or have we separated the system again?
Oh, fuck. No, they're both running into the same system. That it's a bit elusive because I've got power cells all over the place, but they're all linked together, so they just form one big battery. So what I'm going to do now, I think that's the... Oh, see, that doesn't even make sense because the Jenny upstairs that's running on diesel is linked the same way. Or perhaps it's not. Nah, this is just a HVY relay, that's why. It's not a connector. Idiot.
Oh, you put that on top of the Jenny, haven't you?
No, on the battery down here. I connected it all to a Y relay.
Connector.
Yeah, and that's... So I need to put the Y relay further up and then put a connector on the actual battery and that'll let it drain into it. HV.
Yeah, because you can't connect more than one wire to a connector. It has to be one wire per connector.
Wee. And that's cool because there's already relays there. No, I need to... short a wire.
Have listened to this thing fire up too.
Yeah, see, it's draining those. So both generators should be running now. Yeah, boy, they're both running.
That's how I was going to say, that's actually picking up. It's actually storing more in there now, so.
Well, it's definitely generating a lot faster than what it was. So noisy in here. Reattach this. Cool, that's right. No, that's not right. There. You see, I couldn't actually attach both generators to the one battery up here, so it was good that you ran all those cables down and made it look mint, because each one of these can only accept 5,000 RF per tick. Maybe that's per side. So yeah, so 4,096 RF per cell or per side, I'm not sure. But I need to get the RF tools dimensions up so I can get in there and get some dimensional shards so I can upgrade these power cells to the bigger ones.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, so now these are draining, and then once it gets to a certain amount, the Jenny kicks in.
Yep. There's a thing downstairs behind all the machines, the manual machines, and that's reading. It's got two power readers that read the cell. I'll show you. Come downstairs. Have you got a staff of travelling yet?
No, I really need to get one. Like a witch somewhere.
Over here. Yeah, I heard it too. These two RF monitors check the battery level, the cell level. One's set to if it's more than 10%. The other one's set to more than 90%. And a redstone signal on this logic gate basically checks to see which ones are doing what, and then output a signal based on those variables. See, now it's gone and switched on, so those generators are running because the actual battery's got down past a certain level. But I don't know what's using so much power, man. We must be using a crap load of power. Like we burn 4 million RF in about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Like, none of the machines are running.
Surely the ME system can't be using that much.
No, it's about 300 RF per tick. And if we generate, like, we must be using about just under 5,000 or 4,000 because just one of those generators just charges the battery when it's running, which is why we had two hooked up. But how much does how much do the pump jacks take and the refinery?
Yeah, that's true.
Right, so each pump jack uses 1,024. Right, so that's 2,048 RF per tick.
And the distillery is 2,048. So it's nearly a whole generator just to run that system.
Well, it's exactly a generator to run that system. So that's why we were just getting a slight charge. The batteries were slowly charging every time it came down because the steam dynamos were the ones that were punching up, kicking in and charging. So the steam dynamos are adding 1,200 RF per tick and just keeping us in the positive, I guess.
So for efficiency, you're better off building farms.
Well, power efficiency, yeah, but that's just cool. Like the pump jacks and the tower look cool.
Yeah.
It's dark. Noisy bloody things. Oh, am I going to get... If I get too close to this thing, is it going to shock me? Error.
Nah, it's turned off.
Immersive engineering tells the quality info. That's good.
But if you turn it on, it will just start shocking you straight away.
Yeah, so the pump jacks look cool, but they're pretty expensive. But they do keep up with the one generator. Spider, where are you? So lots of things I can do. And yeah, all those windmills just couldn't keep up with the 2 turrets and the 4 lights. Why are we not getting potatoes back down here again? Should be replanting them. I've got an issue with these forestry farms. It doesn't seem to... Well, I don't know why, but it's not replanting the potatoes at the moment, even though the inventory's full of them. So wireless, AE, I'll need to update the plans for these, I call the patterns, because they're all wrong before and it's just burning so much stuff it wasn't funny. And power. So I took them out. Cleared them. So to make the empowered blocks, I had them set up before where I was creating, so with the palace, I was creating 9 of these and then just not manually crafting, but just standard grid crafting these from 9 of these, and it was taking a lot. What I didn't realise is that the same ingredients that you use to craft these with, well, that's what I was doing. So you can use the same 3 shards and 1 palace massive block to create the empowered palace. What I was doing was creating 9 of the shards, these, to make one of these. So I was using 9 times as much prismatic shards and cyan dye. Complete waste. But if I want to do that, those blocks need to go in here, and I don't have enough space. See, I need 12 spots. I only have that many. I only have 10. And got less spots in here. This isn't such a big deal because I can add another ME interface to the side of that. Let's put that together because that'll annoy me when I come to do it later on if I haven't done it.
How do you make these soul vials?
It's 3 quartz glass and 1 soul stone. It's not normal glass, it's soul glass. Quartz glass.
Yeah, sorry, I got the vial, but I need to make it into an Enderman.
What? Do you mean the soul? It's the soul vial itself.
Yes, I've got a soul vial, so now I need to make that into an Enderman.
We need to go and capture an Enderman. You just right click on an Enderman in the world and it turns into and it puts him in the soul vial.
Okay.
Let's turn his volume down a little bit. I don't know about you guys, but that's pretty loud to me.
How far down was that bloody thing?
If you go all the way down to the bottom, then turn left, then left, you'll see at the end of that corridor stairs going up. Just follow that up, turn right. This might actually be carrying too much crap, as usual. Buckets and mufflers and sorts of crap. Bezels. Right. Cyan dye. So I need to create one of these blocks first. Palace. I've certainly got enough of that. Let's go and dump this here.
We've got a whole bunch of obsidian around it.
Yeah, that's it. There should be a spawner right in the middle. Put that there, then put these around the edge. Yeah, they don't exactly fight back.
Unless you hit them.
Exactly. I think this just takes more power. It's not as fast as the single crystal ones when you do these in powers. Don't mind me if you hear me randomly talk.
I need 10 levels.
Why is that? That shouldn't have pulled it back into the system because it's not filtered. Where did it go?
The way that sounds like an axe.
Yeah, being sharpened on a grindstone. Where did that go? I dropped it back into here, it didn't pull it back into the system. I wonder if I just set the whitelist to do that. No, because then otherwise the other stuff will get pulled in. Is that you? Or an Enderman?
That's me.
Oh, did you got one? Hey, he made one for himself. Right, now I can finish this prismarine.
Do they self-charge though?
Well, yeah, because I've got a charger set up, a wireless charger.
Oh, yep, true. Heaven, this is my railgun.
Oh, what?
You hold down too long and start zapping at you.
That's sick. Shoot me, shoot me.
Oh, they didn't shoot.
Whoa, dude.
Oh shit, how much health did you have in the beginning?
Oh, only 3/4 full, so you took about, what, 5 hearts?
Yeah, because it's about two shots to a zombie or something. Did you go fire up the Tessa?
Hell no. I've built one of those things before and I didn't have anything on me, so I just almost killed myself because I just plugged it in. It's like, what? It started zapping me. Three of those, one of those. Oh, I actually need a normal block.
Yeah, and then you just go chuck it in this charging station over here and it charges it up.
Doesn't charge automatically from the wireless charger?
Nah, it doesn't seem to, no.
Do you know where the wireless charger is? It's on the floor here. It's hidden. There. You're standing on it.
Yeah.
You can't interact with it though. So yeah, if you put it into so only in the charging station it'll charge. I mean, there's other places you can put in the power cells as well. Can you put them in there? There's a slot in there where it's got a lightning bolt.
Yeah, it goes in there.
Yeah, looks like it was fully charged anyway.
Yeah, it is. It's night time, so I'm going to go shoot some shit.
Excellent. We need more ender pearls, so see if you can find Enderman. What's the range on it like?
Pretty far.
Alright, let's put this in there.
Like I'm at the farm on the top, and then there's a spider down near the pump jacks. Then it hits it.
Unless you miss.
Got that one.
No, I got him that time. Nice one. A sniper duel.
Pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Where is he? I think my arrow actually flies faster than your railgun. That's a bit slow. It's going to kick on in a minute. Right.
Whoa, just threw in your head, man.
Yeah, thanks. That's in there. But that means I will still need to have manual
instantly charge
patterns. Get rid of that. I need... Damn it.
What food do you eat?
Sheep. Then this will have to go into here. That's got 2 left. So now if I create...
Oh yeah. Like fucking 300 and something in there.
Create one of these. Don't want to get too close, otherwise I'll start pulling it with my magnet. Go son, put it in there. I betcha that's because I don't have it here. There we go. Yeah, that'll only allow that stuff to go in there anyway, so I don't think... I think I'll just take the filter off. And that'll work anyway, because it was working before, but I just decided to put the filter on there. Okay. So they shouldn't have any crafting job active now. Yeah, you're lucky the spice of life isn't in this pack, because you'd have to keep changing the food you eat all the time. It gets a bit tedious.
Oh yeah, it would do.
Put that away, put that away.
I wonder if that witches down in your tunnels.
More than likely. Sounds like my dog when he gets grumpy.
Oh, that's cool. That's that farming station.
Oh, you found it. Okay. Sweet. Let's make some baked potatoes. Yeah, I haven't put a void upgrade on that, which is... That's funny, I don't... Maybe what I said before was wrong. It's not gonna overflow into the A system. Nah, what?
Can't find it. Man, it's around here somewhere, eh?
So now I should be able to finish off my glass. My greenhouse glass. We'll just make another 3 of these. No, I've got no quartz. AFK. Be right back, guys. Righty then. Oh, he's back.
Fuck, I hate it when creepers hang around your shit, eh?
Well, I've only had one incident since she put that gun there, and that was that zombie. I saw him, and he was coming towards me. I just let him come to me and get shot. So now we should be able to get some more of our glass. Where are we? Hasn't it made them? Oh, that's right, because we need to get quartz, didn't we?
I put a chemical thrower in the inventory as well. I tried using the castor oil or whatever that corrosive oil or whatever the fuck it is, but it doesn't work. But I think if you use diesel, it'll ignite and like be a flamethrower.
Oh, you mean creosote?
Yeah, the creosote oil.
I don't think that's flammable. No, it is flammable because when you're walking it, it says ah. The gun just went off on standing next to him, going, "Why? I'm getting shot." No, I wasn't. It was shooting at a zombie. So is that? Yeah, I missed one there.
I think that zombie came from down here because I was chasing it and then the bloody creeper was there. These things got armor-piercing rounds in them too.
That's a bit better. Use a pickaxe to chop a tree. Good on ya. I don't know why. I tried to get this thing to use coal from the network, but it just won't. It won't import the stuff. So there's obviously something wrong with the system somewhere along the line. I just can't figure it out.
So what, every now and again you just come here and put a stack of coal in there?
Yeah. Go into the nether, get some quartz, bro. Get rid of some of this shit that I'm carrying first, I guess. Don't need torches.
Cool. Picked up an arrow of slowness.
Yeah, you go into the roguelite dungeons and you get down to the 3rd or 4th level and they always shoot that crap at you and they drop 2 or 3 of them. You can't make them either. Like, you've got to find them in drops and chests. Potato. Don't want to put my Akashic tomb up there.
Yeah, you can. You just got to have a lingering potion of slowness.
Okay.
And then surround it with arrows.
There you go.
To make that you need inner brew, you need a redstone and... Oh no, hang on, dragon's breath.
Yeah, you need to go to the end.
Brew it. or a fermented spider eye, by the looks of it, actually. Oh, hang on, no, it's leaping swiftness. Yeah, no, Dragon's Breath Vial, that's what you need.
You will never take me alive. Two of them.
I'm surprised you don't have a teleport thing in here.
Where's that?
In the nether.
How do you mean? Like an anchor?
Yeah, an anchor, yeah.
I don't have anywhere really to teleport to. But with the Staff for Travel, you can just shift right click and you'll teleport forward. So you can teleport up into the air and stuff like that. There we're going.
There's been a bunch of shit here.
This is old pre-generated stuff. Before we put the mod Natura in it, you see some weird trees around here, and I had to travel quite a distance to get the actual world gen from Natura. Just got tainted soil and all this sort of crap.
What the fuck is hit me?
You did.
Oh, long distance blazer shot.
Lol.
Got it.
No, that was me. Yeah, just make sure you're not still holding shift when you fall to the ground, because it'll negate your boots and then you'll die. Or then you'll take damages if you fall on that distance. Should really have a battery with me, so if I do use a lot of power.
Wow, I got pig zombies like standing in midair. I think I've lagged out.
I'm here to get quartz. I guess get some quartz.
Oh, that was so close to lava. magma blocks.
Ah! Get out. That was just rude. That's what I heard about the Nether. It's quite easy to get burnt alive. Doesn't look like I've been over this way before. Digital miner might be good just to bring this way. Ah, there we go. We've got some tainted soil. So we're getting into the newly generated area. Not that it's very exciting, it just looks different. Damn it.
Does it only teleport you a certain distance?
Yeah, it's not gonna not gonna teleport you to the next wall.
No, I just got you 50 nether quartz.
Yeah, I've got about 500.
What, just then?
Yeah, since we've been in the Nether.
Put some cobble in there too. No, it's snowing.
Yeah, that'll do. Home. Alright, let's dump the stuff that we can out of there. Glowstone. I think I might put glowstone in a compacting drawer.
That quarry found some charged crystals as well.
Yeah, nice typing. Yeah, the charged crystals aren't a problem. The charged crystals you only really need when you first start, because you can charge the crystals thereafter once you make them the charger, the quartz charger, which is all automatic now anyway. So let's go and have a look at this quarry. Lapis. It's got no chest here, so that's obviously found something. Maybe a dungeon or something. Don't know.
In the back 2-6.
Okay, now what was the purpose of that again? That's right, we were making some more of these, weren't we? Empowered. Guess while that's doing that, I'll make the recipes for the other ones, which would just be an easy thing to do. So redstone here, got that. Diamonds, void. I've got a NAS going next to me because I'm transferring data to it, and when I got my headphones on, it just sounds a little bit like my dog choking on something. Did I get that? Did I get... Yeah, void. Emerald. And Nori.
So what's next on the agenda?
Well, I've got a few things I'm planning. I need to set up the wireless cards for the AA system, so we can just run around with the wireless card. We don't need to come back to the crafting terminal all the time. But that's something that I'll have to do because I know the system. I guess... well, what do you think? I mean...
Fuck, we've got hundreds of mods in here. What are we going to do next?
Yeah, I know, right. Astral Sorcery is one I was playing on the All the Creators server for a little bit. I was trying to get started on it, but I just lost interest because I can't play on here and on another modded server at the same time. It just, I don't know, does my head in. Because we've advanced so far here, it's just like having to go through it all again to get to this point, and I just can't be bothered at the moment because this pack has got a lot more mods in it and a lot more mature mods. But Astral Sorcery is one to check out if you want to look at that. Just have a look at the wiki because it's a little bit tricky to get started, but and everything's done at night time as well because you're basically getting power from the stars. You can create some pretty cool things.
Okay.
What else can you play with, guys? Being a newbie is at modded Minecraft. I think he did pretty well with the immersive engineering stuff. If you guys haven't seen it, this is what we've got running so far. He's set up a couple of guns, which are quite effective at stopping mods. Why can't I jump? We set up a hemp farm, potato farms to feed the generators. He's also set up, you can hear the generators going now, noisy bloody things. He's set up pump jacks and distillation towers, so that's been pretty cool. Yeah, this is our IE room. So we've got the pump jacks converting the crude oil into standard diesel and coming in straight into these 6 Ender IO tanks. So you can see that where the tooltip is on the one probe says diesel. That's running that diesel generator, and this diesel generator is running off biodiesel, which is made by all the plants the farms that we've got downstairs. So I don't have a bucket on me, but if I did, I could show you that that's actually full of the biodiesel. So we've got our farms coming in through. We've got our thermodynamics pipes just sending the items through. It's going into here. That's connected to the AE system, which is pulling all the stuff into the AE system, and the AE system is selectively exporting via this filter into here. So our systems are full, which is good. The only reason why the systems are full is because of the control we've got set up over here to prevent the generators from running when the power is full. So now that's draining, we'll get to a point where it's lower than 10%, and then that'll go through the logic gate and activate the redstone transmitter, which will turn those 2 generators back on. Before I set that up,
What's the mod called?
Astral Sorcery. The generator that was running diesel was fine, it was running all the time, but the biodiesel couldn't keep up. But it probably could now, because I've got this farm producing about 10 potatoes a second. Yeah, is it in the pack? Pretty sure it is.
I just had a quick look and couldn't see it.
No, you're right. It's not in the pack. My bad. What else have we got in here? Just having a look at the mod list.
Consider tripwire up for that Tesla coil.
Yeah. There's Blood Magic. That's a pretty cool mod. It's very cool, actually. I recommend you check that out, because it's pretty easy to learn. And it's just got some cool stuff, like it's got some weapons and some cool armour you can do. You need a pretty big area though, so just investigate. If you're going to do it underground, you need to make sure you clear enough space. If you're going to do it above ground, just I don't know, sort of do it over to where you've got the transformer room here, where you've got all the wires coming in, but do it on the other side and just clear out that stuff. Like in here might be pretty cool.
Where the fuck did you go?
Outside near your transformer or your substation that you made out here.
Substation.
Did you do that, or did Josh do that?
No, I did that.
Yes, I think you need at least the size of a fully upgraded Ender IO farm, so a 15 by 15, maybe even more, maybe 20 by 20. I did cover Blood Magic in my 1.10.2 series over a couple of episodes, so that might be a good place to start. If you can stand your brother's voice. Whoops. I was rubbing my eyes and now my eyes are starting to hurt. Bloody hell. YouTube video output low. I don't think so, YouTube. How does the picture look for you guys? Hi Vertex, how are you? Thank you very much for the follow. The stream looking okay as well as the webcam. I'm just asking Boomflex if the because he just came in and checked if the stream's looking alright. That's cool. I'm actually recording at 60 frames and uploading at about 5,000 kilobytes or kilobits because that's as much as what I think YouTube allows. So it's actually a little bit lower, it's about 4,800. But then YouTube goes, nah, your stream quality's crap. And then it goes, oh, it's perfect. And then it goes, oh, it's crap again. Oh, God. Eventually I'm going to just stop streaming to YouTube. At the moment I'm using a restream service, which just streams to YouTube and to Twitch at the same time. Now to get back to what I was doing. So, blood magic. Space requirements. I'm pretty sure you need at least 15, maybe even 20. If I'm going to do a full 5 tier blood, yeah, 15 by 15 excluding, 20 by 20 will be right. That's about what I thought. 6 blocks high, yeah, that makes sense. I usually carve out 21 by 21 by 15. I tend to place the mine underground. The darker feel of blood magic ring, or we can replicate that. Yeah. So the blood magic, I'm just reading up on Reddit. They usually say around about between 20, about a 21 by 21, 20 by 20. And the altar itself, when it's fully upgraded, goes up to about 5 or 6 high. Nice one, Vertex. How are you finding it? Are you playing on the server?
Yeah, I think I
or
just
playing
made a
single
number.
player? Just get that away from there. Is there a book? So, blood magic, you need to make an altar. That's right. So you need to collect this stuff called demonic will to start with, which means basically going out at night with a dagger of sacrifice. I think it's a dagger of sacrifice, and just killing them, and they'll drop these little demonic wills, and you can use them to create the blood altar, because the blood altar itself is what you need to create to start with. Yeah, because the sentient swords don't.
Okay, well, I'm going to go any deeper because there's a marble pillar hanging out the roof. Right, hanging out my floor.
Okay, you can't make the dagger of sacrifice. Maybe it's a sacrificial dagger. No. That's right, you need those. Where are they?
What do you reckon?
Yeah, you need
Zero big enough.
Hang on a sec. You need the rudimentary snare. Yeah, because what you do is you shoot these rudimentary snares that say zombies or whatever, and then they glow a little bit, and then if you kill them before they stop glowing, they'll drop the demonic will. on the Echo. Haven't heard of that one. We've got a public server as well, but it's whitelisted. You have to apply for it. Usually takes about 24 hours to get approval. And at the moment, we're actually approving everyone who applies, as long as you're part of the Discord server and you're not like 4 years old or something stupid like that. So this you need to really build up. Where'd the marble pillar go? Oh, there. Okay. Yeah, you don't want to go any lower than this. So you start in the middle. So your goal would be probably to put the blood altar on top of that, because what happens is the blood altar works. It's as you upgrade it and you put the stuff around it, it works its way down in a pyramid shape and works outwards.
I think I have seen you play with this before.
Yeah, I did actually make a blood altar on the 1.7 pack that we played years ago. Oh no, water. No, that's my that's my brother. He's the other guy talking, Dembicon.
It was dark, I was scared.
Nice one.
Well, I'll probably fuck around with that tomorrow if I get time.
Yeah, it's just something that you can get into because it's quite easy to get into. It's not overly complicated and it's just a little bit fun. The later stages does get complicated with all the extra crap that's in it. Like the demon will crystal clusters and stuff like that.
Homie Co-Jam. What the fuck?
Oh, that's jam, yeah. Okay. I found them off some Aperus. That's a forestry thing, I think. Because you can make jam and they have these real fancy effects when you eat it.
Okay.
Need to bloody get this crap out of these chests as well.
Nah. There is a lot of weird shit in here.
Green hardened clay. That's some crazy stuff. We're going to need another drive, I think. I'll make another 2 drives.
Yeah, you can get rid of shit.
Sweet.
No, I go to bed. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, come and get your monitors, you spastic.
Yeah, that I need to do actually.
Alright, see you later.
Yeah, you will. See you, mate.
That is now crafting.
User disconnected from your channel.
Yes, they did. And now that is just auto-filling the stuff that got used. 2 storage cells. Okay, I guess we can finish up with... we need some more patterns. 50 quarts down the drain. But what we need to do is to create our second lot of patterns for our empowered items. So we've got the Palace crystal, we need the redstone crystal, which is these ingredients here. So redstone, nether brick, normal brick, red dye, brick, one brick, interesting, might craft a couple more of those. No crafting CPUs, what's it doing? Can I use now? Thanks, mate. What else was it? Redstone. Breadstone. So we need to put together red Restonia crystals. So we've got heaps of those, that's fine. I need to make 2 of these. I need to empower one, then use the other one to make the actual recipe. I might just chuck patterns. 20 made. I'm just going to start this pattern, because if I just go and burn these now, what'll happen is I'll need to get more of them. But as it stands, if I put them in the encoder before I actually encode the pattern or the recipe, I won't need to make a second batch of these. So let that burn up. So far I'm liking the ATM3, just wish Tinkers was on 112, or if it had like Silent Gems. Yeah, we've had a lot of interest with Silent Gems, and I'm pretty sure that maybe, don't quote me on it, but it might be in the system in the next couple of updates. ATM3 should get updates every couple of days because there's new mods coming out all the time, and all the creators server is a massive test bed of all that stuff at the moment as well. So, but I don't know how far Tinkers is away. I really don't. But Tinkers is one of my favourites. I mean, you can see I'm just using Tinkers here. Okay, so we've got our empowered. So we put our redstone block there, and we use that one there. And then that is our recipe, which will now go in here. And if I've done this right, we go and make our empowered, one of these. And so I don't think anything needs to be converted because I've already got that one there. Ooh, missing something. What's going on? Have I not got enough dye? No, I've got enough dye. It's not pointing out the dye. Or did I miss the dye? Probably. No, red dye. Red dye is sitting there. And it should be pulling it into here. Because I got floral. I don't have any floral. Well, let's just go and put the red dye into that filter. I've got red powder. Yeah, I did it wrong. It should be that one, but not 4 of them. There we go. Let me just put the floral dye in there just to finish up, so it knows that it's finished. Well, it'll finish the system. Sorry, it'll finish the recipe creation and it'll go back into the system and it won't crap itself. So this one comes out of here, this one goes into there. Let's just clear that one, shift right click. And that should be done. No, it's sitting in that chest, I bet, yes, along with the red dye. Bada boom. Now it's gone. Done. Put this here. Clear. Next is the diamantine. 2 clay, light blue clay. So clay, got 1, 2 of these. Light blue floral powder. I've only got 1 of these, so I'm going to have to so I need 18, so I need to craft 17. I've only got 34 diamonds. I could have just crafted 2 of these. Derp. Now if I craft 2 of these, I should do it straight away because it's already got the crystals. 1, 2. Okay, so we do the same again. Put our floral powder, put our clay, put 1 of these. Then we should go and drop this stuff. 1, 2, 2, 3. Right, so let's put this into here. So we're going to put another export bus on there. Import bus, sorry. I actually think that I'm out of channels for that particular cable run. But in any event, we'll fix it up. Get up there. So let's just check this. We're going over to here. So we're at 8 of 8. Yeah, we are full. We are full. Because this comes over to there and runs those 4. So we've only got 4 hooked up. 1, 2. Must be more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah. There's some set up there as well. So we need to separate these 2 if we want to add some more stuff there. Because 8 channels is the maximum on that run. We've got 4 running here. So we've only got... So we need to have 4 hanging off this chest because we need another interface and another import bus. So we can break this. And then run that over to there. I reckon that's a plan. Right, we don't have any A stuff. So let's just test that first. Going to use another 18 diamonds. I don't think I want to test that because I don't want to burn 18 diamonds. So we're not going to test that because I don't have anything creating diamonds or mining diamonds in bulk quantity. Did I put that other drive in there? No. Now I just got it in there. Cable. Let's get this. And we need to make a interface. One of these. Because I've just taken out those all those cables. It's trying to create some more. Yeah. Now that I've got all this stuff auto crafting when it falls below a certain level, I'm going to have to add some more crafting CPUs, I think. Because I'm just going to get that more and more often when I go to craft stuff. So ME interface is done. Import bus. We already have one. That's good. So if we just go and smash this on here now, right? So we've got an ME interface. I'll put this on this side and I'll put the import on this side. We just connect those up. What'll happen is the system will start to do funny shit. Device missing channel. No, it's got a channel now. All of these have got channels, but what you'll find is that some of these over here will not have a channel. See that one there? Device missing channel. I don't know if there's any particular order it steals channels from each other, but I think it's the longest, the furthest in the line first is the one that gets sacrificed. So it's a good thing I've got that there. Let's do that, and let's just get our network tool so we can cleanly break this stuff. We don't want this stuff running over there anymore. And we need to get our Yetta wrench to break the IE ME conduit. Right. That should now have... Ooh, no. Why is that still missing a channel? 4, 5. Because I need 9 channels. That didn't work the way I wanted it to because I miscalculated, but now that's down to 4 channels. I guess I could leave that there and just run it. Yeah, let's do this. That's 4. Let's just put this here. Let's run that there. I'm going to have to separate these two. The easiest way to do that is just to do that. Break this. Then these should have their channels. Online. Well, these will grow and it won't work if it's offline, but we're still using 8 of 8 because that's 4. That was already using 4. This is now 4 again, which means I need to reconnect. I needed the ME conduit. Alrighty, because there's 2 channels there. Now up to 6 of 8. Sweet. So all these are now online. Now we can proceed to do our other ones, which is a empowered void crystal block. So we got coal, flint, ink sacks, but we're actually using the... We could make a spawner to supply ink sacks instead of getting this from Britannia, but whatever. Right, coal, flint, stone. Clay cups. Stone. Floral black powder. And then we want our void. I've only got 2, but I've got 2 of these already, which is cool, so I don't need to make any more of those. And capacity cards as well. What did I miss? Stone. Just going to quickly put that in here if I didn't already. I didn't. Yeah, I actually do like refined storage in the way that you don't need to worry about channels and you don't need to worry about this type settings on the storage cells. But at the same time, we've had a lot of issues with refined storage getting deleted disk drives and all sorts of stuff. Why isn't this working? And yeah, that's just... I mean, can you imagine having thousands upon thousands of items in your system and then having a refined storage update and then logging in and then all of your stuff just gone? Or the problem we've got at the moment in the ATM3 pack, I don't know how far you've got into it as far as refined storages goes, but every time you log in, if your system isn't chunk loaded, you need to break your crafting grid and then replace it again for it to work. Or you have to put a switch or a button on top of your disk drives, your drive interface. So that, in my opinion, just, yeah. Should work, but it doesn't. So this is charcoal, not coal, which is fine because I've got thousands of charcoal. But I should have read that properly in the first place. At least I did have thousands and thousands of charcoal. Why are we out of charcoal? What is our system doing? It's nothing. Why isn't this... for some reason everything's just... There we go. Now we'll make charcoal. And I know why that's doing that. It stopped pulling apples out of the system because apples are full and we don't have a void upgrade on that. Upgrade to void. And the reason I didn't have a void upgrade on there before was because we had a problem trying to keep up with one of those diesel generators running the biodiesel. But now we've got our potato production going flat out, we won't have that problem anymore. Yeah, I need to grab it when it comes into the system, because it comes in the system and goes straight back out again to the generators. Damn it. No, we'll just use a coal block. pick that up. There we go. Hey, too far. So that must have gone straight into the system. Because this hasn't got anything in it yet. So therefore, it's acting just as an empty blacklist. So this should actually be in here. Yep, there we go. We don't want it to do that because it'll start to import stuff before it gets a chance to put it where it's supposed to be. So we'll put that there. And we'll put that there. Now this can go into the interface there. So we give that one a run. Whitelist craft 1. Missing charcoal. Of course we are. I have to wait for my system to catch up. I should actually be able to create some charcoal pretty quick with these furnaces over there. Not exceptionally quick, but cool. So that's done. What have we got next? Emeralds. How many emeralds do we actually have? That's a good question. 33 emeralds. 1 empowered, which I created from testing the recipe to create those in the first place. This is going to be an expensive one to make. So, alright, slime ball, oak sapling, grass, lime dye. Cool, got a slime ball there as well. Actually, put that there. Oak sapling. Grass. And then we do want to make, I need to make 1. Sweet. That goes there, then we can put that one there. thought that stopped then when I walked. Oh, it does. That's got a rendering thing. So if the Empower itself isn't on your screen, you won't get the effects of the lasers. Cool. Or not cool. Empowered. Let's put you in there with your cousin. And then you're done. Done and dusted. I think we've got a few more left now, I think, guys. One more left. Inori, which is iron. This will be pretty easy, I would say. Snowball, button, grey dye. Snowball, heaps of those. Dickhead. What was it? Threw myself out then. Grey dye, cobble. Don't want to use that one. I want to actually use the Britannia. I want to use this one, floral grey powder. Should have some of that. Yeah, thought so. And Nori. Let's create one of those. There and there. Almost there, guys. This is the last one. And I don't even really know why I'm doing this, but you know, as far as automation goes, if you don't have it done, then if you go to try and make something, you go, why didn't I set that up? I actually don't need this other capacity card, so I'll take that out. Just wondering why it wasn't in there. Okay, now let's see what we can actually build with these things. Some cable facades, awesome, and covers. So that was a waste of space, because you can't actually, there's no recipes that use that. And then of course this one makes the greenhouse glass, makes some covers. Diamantine, well that's got a few recipes, so that's good. Yep, we've got some augments there for a drill. Wings of the bat. Ender star. Interesting. Yeah, well, I've already made one of those. Item repairer, that'll be on the cards, most definitely. Void, vertical digger, large storage crate. Emerald, it's got nothing. And so I'm not going to be making, actually yes, I wanted to make the Lava Factory controller. Because I wanted to, not that I need it now, but wanted to power these magmatic dynamos. There's something that doesn't use 400 or 500 RF per tick. Do you put that in there? Oh, it's turned off at the moment. Anyway. Need to eat something. Okay guys, I might actually switch over to all of the creators. Since my brother's not here and I don't really want to play on the server without him because he's part of all this. So let's do that. So we'll be back in a sec. I'll take a 5-minute break and we'll be back.
team apart from Drunk. In fact, Drunk's online. I'm grabbing him now.
Right, guys, we're back. And you can hear
the
Discord chat for ATC, and
What about Zap?
yeah, it's a bit of a record
I said
setting at the
ATM.
moment.
Okay.
Just let me go and...
Shots
How many have we
fired.
got in chat at the moment? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
No need to talk.
8 of them.
Sleepy drunk incoming.
Drunk. There's one person's voice I haven't heard. Well, actually, I haven't heard Dijkstra's. I've heard Boomflex. Ordinator, haven't heard his. And Blood, I haven't heard yours until today.
Yeah, we just said that like a few minutes ago. Sorry, Blood, I keep talking. You go, mate. Sorry, that's my bad.
What?
I just
He's
really...
like, what?
What? Did you see what Drunk has said, everybody? Well, obviously not missing, but...
Yeah, you just woke up. What did he say?
Right. So to give you guys an idea of what's going on here,
About that.
Yeah.
this is what the Drunk's base, and a couple of times in the past I've just jumped in and done a few things.
I've nearly
helping
said
out
it
a
so
little
many
bit,
times
set
on
things
stream, like by accident.
and yeah,
No.
so it won't be a lot of seriousness in this particular playthrough because there
Where
isn't
are
a lot
you
of
at?
it.
So, and I'll help you mind that stuff.
But yeah,
Is there a
RS
way I
system.
can then just use...
This is what I was talking about,
waypoint.
Vertex. So this I've just logged in.
Yeah, just do
Even though
slash tell.
there's
That's
a
understood, and then your
chunk loader
forwards.
here, just
Okay.
suspect on if it actually works or not, because apparently you're supposed to chunk load all this stuff and then your RS system will be alright.
Understood.
But as you can see, there's nothing in the grid.
Okay.
So I have
And
to
you say them
reset
out loud,
this,
so that kind of defeats the purpose.
Well, it's only
and everything
ATM
shows
team
up.
here.
So it's like,
I'm still...
and this sort of stuff we have problems
can
with
find.
over the last
I'm
3
burning
versions of
things and I'm
Minecraft.
stealing
1,
things. I am
1.0,
pillaging that
1.11, and now 1.12. This is the main reason I don't use refined storage,
How is
because
coming
it's just not
FTB
a solid
usual
mod.
I've tried it again earlier and it crashed.
But yeah,
So, yeah, that's
I was
pretty
doing
good.
Psi, but apparently Psi in 1.10 or 1.12
I still can't say your
can't
name
import
properly,
things,
so...
into here using the
My
import from
name?
clipboard at this stage because it's got
No,
an issue with
dice-
importing the
dice
JSON
strap?
recipes.
I just call it... Yeah.
Hey! Hey!
I just said extra.
It's Dijkstra.
Extra. And
Learn
money.
about graph theory, guys.
Double.
Yeah.
Look, it's something mathematical, that's all I need to know.
So I,
Just
don't
call him
have,
Math Boy.
I basically don't have anything
Hey!
I've got.
Oh.
Some iron chest plates. I did walk around for a good couple of hours the other night just looting dungeons and desert temples, getting lots of cool stuff.
Yeah, me and...
I'm going to sleep.
yeah, just keep your eye on admin chat, boys.
So you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Alright, give me
there's
access
12
and I
people
will.
on the server at the moment. And I haven't died yet. Either is MechWarrior99, but I think he's new. Doppelgangerus hasn't either, but he's pretty new.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yup.
Here I am. Spider following me somewhere. There he is.
Sleep. Someone sleep.
Whose voice was that? I didn't recognise it.
That was
X.
Ducky's voice.
Oh, Duffy.
Oh, hey, Duck, how you doing, mate?
Fuck's sake.
Good. Oh, it's a German.
Oh, we just need drunk now.
Your cave is so dark.
Get drunk. 2 meetings. Get wasted. Or get
Hey.
drunk. Which one is it?
Well, everybody's in here today.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're fine.
Terry.
Hey, Tarek.
Hello. Oh, look,
This
I
is the-
accidentally left the game open. That's
The
convenient.
drunk's working on a lot of bees.
This is the first time that all the monster team has
someone
actually
sleep.
ever been in
Someone sleep.
any kind of voice communication.
Oh.
We have an admin voice channel as well.
Yeah, you just don't use it.
No.
I'm pretty sure we do too.
I'm
Yep.
nervous. Drunk's on his way. The boss is coming.
Yeah, we
I've
have
dropped into the
moderated
admin
chat. I
chat
don't
a
think
few
we can use
times, but
one.
then no one joins me because, you know, all the admin guys are
So-
arrogant fuckers.
Missy, I think you accidentally fixed what I had wrong with the pipes, because the way you have it
God damn it.
now, that each barrel
I'll
is
push
only
the talk
one
key if you haven't already
away
figured
from
it out,
like,
is
the
the
last
apostrophe.
junction, whereas before it
Oh, look,
went
there's someone
over
outside my base.
the canola first, and I think that's why it was broken.
I don't know if it actually is, because when I went in to look at it now, I think there's some in the
Yeah,
the
it might still not
storage
work. It
chest
might be
that isn't being pulled
better.
out.
Right, I'm going
Yeah, down here,
to...
Missy.
Yeah, it's backed up again.
Cheeks.
What happens is the seeds get down the
And then
pipes
I'm
and then
gonna
they get, like,
go
over the canola barrel,
and
and they
show
won't go
you
back.
guys other
So
people's
they'll just be
bases.
stuffed in this pipe forever.
So I've got mapped out.
And sure
That's
enough,
my
there were
original
seeds in
home
the
that I
one
went
broke
over here.
Yeah. But it's definitely better than, number one,
I
the
wandered
lasers weren't even working.
Near and
No,
far.
they weren't at all.
I was
Which I
actually
don't really
looking,
understand.
going around looking for the stuff for astral
Yeah,
sorcery.
they weren't working at all.
The constellations.
Yeah, they also weren't working for me.
But some of this stuff is
Yeah,
just
Missy, you-
beautiful
you
terrain
no?
generation. I mean, we're in a
Miracles.
roof
Sorry, but your
forest now,
tunnel is
which you've probably
triggering
seen
me,
before.
so...
There is...
Yeah,
every once in a
I
while we
started
hit
off
the
with
rim.
mangrove
stone
forest.
pit.
This is surprising. This is new to me. I've seen the mangrove forest before, but
I'm just
not
getting
like
more
this.
and more tempted to make the push
Absolutely.
lens of AS, just push items out of inventories into other inventories through the world. That would be
I'm
funny.
just going to turn that chat off.
We don't have any reliable form of item transport at all.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Let's
Oh my
just-
god! Fucking auto jump.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Thanks, H2O. Yes, I'll run hoppers
Just confirm
upwards.
that that's not...
Actually, we do
Oh,
have the inverted
God.
hopper, don't we?
What about Ember's pipes? Don't those work good?
No, not for this
No.
case. They work if you put one item from one place to another place, but we have two items and two outputs, and so one.
Hey, drunk.
Oh my god.
Everyone.
What happens is the wrong item will go to the pipe just in front of the wrong output, and then it'll just sit there
Hey, drunk.
forever.
This is a monumental moment in all the monster history. We have the entire team minus. Actually, we should have invited Sayreth or however say his name.
I can
But
write
the
him.
entire- Let's get him in. Let's get him in.
I can take a screenshot because it'll probably never happen again.
Oh, definitely not happening again. How you doing?
Guess I
Let's
could
get
use
him in. Right, let's
XNet.
get him in.
I have like a
I can take a screenshot because it'll probably never happen
We're fine,
again.
Stuart. Just
Oh,
that work.
definitely not happening again.
I mean, yeah, I guess it would.
I can take a screenshot.
I'd have to network up my whole thing, which is like a farm like 30 blocks away. Yeah, I guess
The moment has been saved.
What's the delays this got?
Plus, also my refined storage system just breaks every time the chunk unloads.
Okay. That's fixed.
What's the delays this got?
Plus, also my refined storage system. So even with these two generators running, you said we don't have enough power.
That's fixed.
So even with these two generators running, you said we don't have enough power.
And let me turn off my magnet ring so you can pick it up.
Oh, you can have it. I suppose you're doing the magical corpse.
And let me turn
I'm
off
not
my
actually
magnet ring
getting
so you can pick it up.
audio through here now,
Oh,
I
you
don't think.
can have it.
No, XNet works apparently.
Oh, you've lit the place up.
Audio through here.
Yeah.
No, I just dislike XNet so much.
Yeah, I'm not a
Place
fan.
up. I might live a
Yeah.
little longer now.
I just
But-
dislike.
I lit up your base. Oh, what is this? This
Yeah,
is so
I'm not-
pretty.
Oh,
Oh no, it
okay.
needs silk touch.
I'm confused.
I lit
Oh,
up your
Drunk's
base.
mic
Oh, what
is down,
this?
but so
This is
he's
so
here in spirit,
pretty.
but not in voice.
Oh no, it needs silk touch.
Here in spirit, not in voice.
Oh, Drunk's mic is down, but
Something.
so he's here in spirit, but not in voice.
Oh no, it needs silk touch.
Here in spirit, not in voice.
Oh, Drunk's mic
Ain't that dirt, I mind.
so he's here in spirit, but not.
Yeah, there's some more here.
Have you ever heard of torches?
No, torches on the line.
Oh, it's that thing that Tinker Constructs adds, isn't it?
I had to do it with Tarek as well. I had to
want
go
to
behind
be
him
able
and
to
like light
hear.
everything up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oi, oi.
that's as far as I got.
He was so proud of this one tunnel that he lit up, except for one X in the middle.
Well, I've got little pink lights everywhere now.
Structured properly. They're supposed to be little glowing balls. Instead, they're lots of little glowing squares.
That should be
What's the
alright.
fun in going to your mines and knowing there's not going to be any monsters there? That's my question.
Oh,
Agreed.
That's part of the adventure. Mines and knowing there's not going to be any monsters there. That's my question.
Drunk, just give me a poke when you want to talk about what we're talking about. Drunk, just give me a poke when you want
Very
to...
specific.
Let's do
Yeah,
it
that's
for
I need to put a
experience.
smite spell on the gun.
Where's OBS?
oh, well, that'd be nice.
Very specific.
Let's do it
Yeah,
for
that's
I need to put a smite spell on the gun.
Oh, Rip.
Oh, well, that'd be nice.
I'll just PM you the dude and then we'll talk.
Let's see. Everything's just saying
I'm
over
getting
and
a
over again.
sneaky suspicion that I know what's going on here, but I'm not gonna say anything. Or what I suspect.
I am good.
You just joined.
That should work now.
There are so many people in here, I have no idea.
Steve definitely had 10.
I am nervous to myself.
I have no idea.
You're very low mech.
Okay.
I have no idea.
You're very low mech.
This does my head in.
I have no idea.
You're very low mech.
This does my head in.
You're very low mech.
That should be cool. That should be cool. Okay, let's carry on. So, people's bases. Whee. So let's go and see Missy and Lance's base. I could teleport, but I'd rather fly. Generate server lag, you know, all that stuff. Ooh. Ugh. Got some jerkiness now. So this base looks pretty good. Yeah, the Empowerer doesn't. No, only the display stands. So as you can see, their base is pretty. They've got some cool stuff around here. Just showing off your base to my stream, Terag and Missy. Not that there's anyone watching my stream at the moment, but No, nothing ever is in Minecraft, is it? So that's their base. It's a very good looking base. Then you got Lance over here, who is a streamer as well. But he's got, what's he got here? Coal generator. So that's how he's powering his display stands. Right. Lance and Skyson's base. But he's not streaming a lot at the moment because, well, simply because he's not online. And the server itself's only been up for a few days, so. I see Dijkstra. Can't find him. Where is he? Who's in here? Mr. Creeper Man. Boo! No, but I am in creative. I'm just showing people bases. We have got Great Fish has got another cool base. I've just got to find it because I didn't actually save it. That might be it there. Yes. Oh no, that's our Maxter's base. These guys have got capes. I want cool capes. It's got a derp skin. There it is. This is Great Fish's base. MFE Tech Reborn. Interesting. Don't click it. I won't click it then. So that's because there's no flight options in this pack at this stage. So it's only glider, simple gliders. So that's what they've built here, is to get up to the top of here and basically just glide off for quick travel to places. And of course, there will be stuff in the future, but there isn't any mods available right now. Extra utilities has been worked on. That's got the ring in there, bat wings, I think. No, bat wings is actually additions. So that might actually, bat wings. Wings of the bat. I'm not sure. I've never used them before. Let's have a look. Sometimes bat will drop wings. These can be made into wings of the bat, which allow you to fly in a creative way. However, after about 40 seconds, your weight won't be supported anymore and you will drop to the ground. To remove exhaustion from your wings, either stand on the ground or to remove exhaustion slowly, or hang on the ceiling by flying up below a solid block like a bat, while the wings are fully exhausted to remove exhaustion fast. Or they aren't fully exhausted. Cool. Shadowfax. Where is he? He is inside. There he goes. He's using the glider. And that's all the bases I've found. I mean, spawn is pretty much over here anyway. Pot ducky. Have you loaded your new skin up yet, Pot Ducky? Turn around, you bum. Hi. Oh. What have we got now? 1, 2, 3. 15 online. That's cool. Yeah, it's a nice looking base there. Yeah, it's a nice looking base there. Ah. What? I don't know why. Don't know why. Why? Why would you have a snow golem dying here? I don't understand. Mr. Ordinator. So this is Ordinator's base. Let's just save that so we can have a look later on. New. What? So he's actually the reactors do blow up now if they overheat, do they? They didn't the last time I used it. Fluid places. Okay, that is Mr. Ordinator's base. And that's his staircase to get in if you don't fly. Ordinator, HTO Junkie. What's this? That's weird. Hang on a second. Why have I got... Oh. I was going to say, why have I got so many boats? But I'm in creative, so... Missy. It's coming over into a mesa biome, which is where I set up originally just to store stuff. Cool. Inventory tweaks is in here now. Wasn't in here yesterday. Let's go back home. I can't teleport. Why can't I teleport? There's no teleport. Damn it. Maybe it's that particular teleport option is used for in conjunction with another mod, and because that other mod isn't installed, you can't actually teleport. So we're going to fly back at speed. Yep, what's that? That's just a village, so we won't bother with that. And of course we are at the 4th of July, Independence Day for America, which they're just waking up now. So expect to have a busy day full of streams and stuff like that. It's now 1 AM for me, so I will be signing off shortly. And we're home. Well, not that I really have a home, because I'm not doing stuff. Holy shit. Okay guys, that is the end of the stream, I think. We'll call it a night there. So we've seen a lot of people's basis, and we'll review them every couple of days until we reset the server. Okay, thanks for watching. Thanks for the guys who followed, and we'll sign off. We'll see you next time. Thanks again.